My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today I am reading a channeled letter from your person. So, how the channel letters work is I ground, I meditate, and connect to the energy of the divine masculine, and um, just allow the energy to flow into my hands, into the pen, and whatever comes through, I write. And my agreement with Spirit is that I don't read it through until I read it for you. Huh, poetry. Um, yeah, because, I might be tempted to start over and correct it grammatically and all that kind of crap. So that's what we're going to do today. So today is going to be a shorter reading. I'm going to read this through. If there's anything that we need clarification on, I will get it. And today's not going to have an extended because it's a crazy weekend. My niece that lives with me, she's graduating as an RN this week, on Sunday, and then my nephew who runs marathons and long distances, he's running Saturday and Sunday, so it's a crazy schedule. Anyways, um, so this is a message from the Divine Masculine. I've gotten to appreciate the sanctity of peace, the sacredness, uh, the sacredness and rejuvenative power of stillness. It's like a soothing balm to the soul. And in the silence, I am uncovering layers. Sometimes I can't understand my writing because I'm just letting it flow. I'm uncovering layer by layer who I really am. Friends and family have been expressing their concern, but I'm holding my cards close to my chest for now. I can't trust anyone with the I have no idea what that is. I can't trust anyone with the I don't know what the hell that is. Anyway, I can't trust anyone with my plans. I don't know what that is, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just writing. I'm not looking at penmanship, so I'm sorry. Don't know what that is. So we're gonna ask a question. Why can't they trust anyone? So that's gonna be question one. The truth is, I'm feeling like I've been sinking into a black hole these past few months, and I'm just beginning to see the way forward. And the way forward looks like low contact or no contact with most of these family members and friends. I just found out that my oldest friend, my best bud, betrayed me, and that shook me to the core. So we're going to see if Spirit gives us any information on that betrayal there. And I've been asking myself, do you really know anyone at all? I'm also asking myself, if birds of a feather flock together, then what does that say about me? And do I know myself at all? And this question triggers a deep inquiry within me. Who am I and what part of me has been resonating with this friend for so long? We can ask that. So what part of them? What is the energy that's what resonating with this friend? Although we might get that answer when we ask question two. I'm not liking some of the answers that I'm coming up with, but it all aligns with what some of my exes have told me in the heat of an argument. I just dismissed it as crazy talk, but now I'm seeing that they were all right to some degree. And it's tough processing that sort of feedback, but I know that I'm becoming a better person as a result. All right, so this is accountability, guys. I've been thinking about you a lot too. How can I not Think about you when everything reminds me of you. Every new experience that I've had, I wish that you were there to experience it. I hear your voice, I smell your scent, and I dream about you a lot. I love your voice, and when I'm not talking to you, I'm replaying voice notes that you sent me. You are my own private ASMR. You came into my world and you turned it upside down. I resented you for a long time because it seemed to me that you delighted in the chaos and you enjoyed watching me come undone and triggered and breaking away from the stoicism that had been my safe space for as long as I can remember. Amidst the chaos, though, I have found permission to feel a far wider range of emotions than I did before. In the midst of the chaos, I've become more mindful of how my actions and words affect others. In the midst of the chaos, I've dug deep and I've found the self that was buried beneath the lies, the shame, the trauma, and the pain. I look to the future with hope, and my greatest hopes and dreams lie with you. All right, buddy. All right, so the first question we're going to ask. All right, your person says they can't trust anyone with the truth of their plans. I don't know what that is. It's something. I don't know what it is. They can't trust anyone with their plans. So we're gonna find out why they can't trust anyone and what are the plans that they currently have. So that's two questions. I think their plan is low contact. Let's see what we get. Low contact or no contact. Why can't they trust these friends and family members? Underneath the deck, Nine of Wands, and that's about giving up. No longer putting the energy and effort into that. And then we have apathy, right? So feeling disconnected. I'm just not feeling anything, feeling numb. All right, let's see. Why can't they trust these people? Your person says they can't trust these people. Why? We have the Priestess. Well, I know she's all about the silencer. She doesn't say shit. She knows everything, but she doesn't say anything. Like Scorpio. Um, but also in very psychic, intuitive. That's also about secrets too. We have the Star, hope, healing, destiny. Why can't they trust these people? Three of Swords, sorrow, heartbreak, and pain. And Two of Wands, wanting to move in a different direction. Okay, so why can't they trust these people? Well, see all that hurt and pain that they were talking about, that they uncovered themselves underneath it, right? These people were the main perpetrators. These friends and family. These friends and family were their biggest bullies. Their biggest bullies, the biggest perpetrators. It's these people that they were trusting all this time. Now they are seeing the damage that they did to them. So your person is putting up some massive boundaries, some massive barriers, um, and they're doing that quietly. So I think we got this message before about them quietly quitting a lot of relationships, and that's the energy I feel here, right? They're working on themselves. They're moving towards their future, right? There's destiny that's calling them. They know which direction to move in, and part of that direction is leaving these toxic people behind. So their greatest detractors were their family members and so-called friends. What's this destiny that they're moving towards? What's these plans that they have? What's these plans that they have? We have the Six of Pentacles, but in this deck it's called Success. We have the Seven of Cups. In this deck it's called Seduction. We have the Three of Wands, and in this deck it's called Virtue. And we have the Emperor in reverse. So what's these plans that they have? Well, number one, they're releasing control, and they're letting the universe have its way. And it looks like the universe is presenting to them several options moving forward. Now, some of these options is going right back into the Venus flytrap. Okay, some of these options. But others are going to take them directly to success. Your person also, so besides, moving towards success in the material world, because these are pentacles, and besides exploring their options, they also want to be someone trustworthy. We have this virtue card here, right? And we have a beehive. So this is about working hard. It's about being motivated. And it's about being someone that they can be proud of. That they can be proud of. That's their plans for the future. They want to be someone that they can be proud of. Now let's look at the betrayal by the best friend. It said the best friend betrayed them, and that shook them to the core. Let's see. Spirit, what did the best friend do? We have the sun. The sun is about happiness. We have the Page of Pentacles, and that's a friendship. We have the Three of Cups, celebration party. Feels like a story here. And then Ten of Swords. So this really is their best friend, but Spirit's not telling us how this person betrayed them, only that they did. So the story here is, this person, they've known this person since childhood, right? They've been friends since childhood, and they may have even had some sort of business together. We get that there, right? Um, and this was like the apple of your person's eye. This is someone, if there's any person that they thought was a true friend that they could trust, it would be this person. We have the sun, right? Look at them here working underneath the sun here, right? Teamwork. This is as close as it gets. But this person betrayed them, and could be maybe they were shafting them in some sort of business deal. There is that indicated there, or stole from them, or there was some sort of misappropriation of funds or something like that. Let's ask for Spirit. Tell us what this betrayal is all about. So when you say that they were betrayed, they were very close, and they were betrayed. We have Five of Wands in reverse. And we have the Magician in reverse. So this points to someone who's very manipulative. Okay? Very manipulative, very competitive. But what did they do? You have apathy, cold and heartless. So we get a lot describing the best friend. Looks like the best friend's an a-hole that will do anything to eliminate the competition. Very competitive. They have to win at all costs. And they're not able to sympathize or connect with other people. They're ruthless. Yeah, but what did they do? We have the Fool. It looks like they tried to sabotage a person's business or sabotage a love relationship. Yeah. Ace of Wands in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. They try to steal your person's light in some way. Try to steal a person's power. So whether that's financially or otherwise. For some of them, they may have been spreading rumors about your person. That's meant to affect their public image and their social currency. For others, I think they definitely wiped out a joint bank account. Like there was a business account and the balance there is zero. Let me get one more card. So it feels like a mixed bag. It's going to be different for everybody. Yeah, but it feels like whatever it was, there was some sort of monetary loss. And for your person, that is like the ultimate betrayal. When you mess with their finances, you mess with their energy because your person works hard. That's the next question. What part of your person resonated with this friend for so long? Maybe your person was also ruthless. Let's see. What part of your person resonated with this friend for so long? We have Page of Wands in reverse. And that's a child who was made to feel powerless through neglect, through abuse. So it feels like they came from the same background and they may have had a trauma bond where they found solace within each other. We have Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, it looks like they had some dysfunctional family members. So they created a family of their own. We have Queen of Wands, right? Consolidated their resources and that gave them power. And then we have Page of Cups. So it feels like they had a trauma bond, and there is an issue that both of them have with their mother. The relationship with their mother is very dysfunctional. Now, when we have issues with the mother energy, and the mother, the empress representing creativity, abundance, and the ability to receive, sometimes we can move into poverty consciousness, right? Or we can have very skewed relationships with finances, wealth, money, wealth generation. So it feels like it's that part of your person that resonated with his best friend for so long. They both came out from very tough circumstances. Both may have had very abusive mothers. So they built their own unit, their own family together. And it looks like together they had a pact that they would have a business together or they would commingle finances. And this person betrayed them. Hmm. Now, based on what we're seeing here, what can we expect will be your person's next actions towards you within a month of you watching this reading? We have Six of Swords in reverse. Well, they're still going to be wounded, right? Because that betrayal wounded them to the core. That person is like a sibling to them. Knight of Swords in reverse. Don't really want to talk to anybody. We have Knight of Pentacles. Okay. They're going to be very cautious, very hesitant. And then Five of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like spending a lot of time alone. Um, I think it's just as the letter said, okay? I think your person's going to be very cautious with regard to the people around them because they're going to be very wounded. They're also going to recognize that the people who are in their circle of awareness have an interesting relationship with the truth, so they're not going to be believing anything that these people say. Okay, I think your person is going to really take a step back from all these connections. We have them here in the Five of Pentacles in reverse, maybe feeling abandoned, maybe feeling alone, feeling isolated, but that is going to be their choice, right? They don't want to mix up with these people here and these energies. They don't resonate with that anymore. So I don't see any moves towards you. I see them more consolidating their own energy, their own power, and putting on unnecessary boundaries that they need to keep themselves safe and to safeguard their energy from these people that are around them. What does Spirit want you to do? We have physical body and Gaia, right? All right, so this is time to really pay attention to your body, get grounded. Maybe, it's really easy, especially during the winter and spring months, to feel very disconnected and disassociated. And it's because we don't get to do a lot of the earthing exercises that we can usually do in the summer and the autumn. So Spirit is saying that if it starts to warm up by where you're at, get out there, and if it's warm enough for some barefoot exercises or anything like that, you have to get grounded. Oh, what's this? Life force, Aphrodite. hmm And sometimes that lack of earthing can really make us feel drained. Let's see. Card number 45. It says seduction, libido, sexuality, and attraction. All right, let's see. Your sexuality is awake and on fire. I know. And your lustier appetites are in search of satisfaction and just in time for the summer. You're attractive. You don't mind me. Eh? You're attractive, seductive, and powerful. And the green light of availability to a sexual partner is flashing. This is what makes the world go round, and nothing is more intriguing and exciting than your life force asserting itself. The key to enjoying this fiery essence is containment. I think I've done enough containing. Thank you. You must control and direct your life force energy rather than allow it to control and overwhelm you. Facts. Otherwise, you can become mindlessly addicted to your senses, which can be debilitating and enslaving. Delight in your sensual self, but be discriminating about where it leads you. Use your judgment. Raw life force is best partnered with reason and the greater force of love to bring you to the heightened state of ecstasy you seek. Noted. Trust the sensual goddess Aphrodite as she unleashes your passion, but respect her as well. Her message for you is use your fiery passions creatively, not destructively, right? So there we see the duality in passion, it being a creative force, definitely, but also a force of destruction, destroying lives. So what Spirit is saying, there is absolutely nothing wrong with enjoying your sensuality and your sexuality, but also allow that passion to be tempered with reason, the logical mind, and also with love, the heart, right? So don't let your sacral chakra just run amok, right? make sure that your heart and your head is also in on the conversation. Okay? But get out there if you're feeling that urge to, you know, get back out there and flirt and date and just enjoy the company of people and good food, good wine, good conversation. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? We have these urges for a reason, but just make sure that your head and your heart is also um, in sync or in alignment with your sacral chakra as well. Okay. All right. Be safe out there. Take care.